To know Malaysia is to love Malaysia, a bubbling, bustling, melting pot of races and religions where Malays, Indians, Chinese and many other ethnic groups live together in peace and harmony. Multiculturalism has made Malaysia a gastronomical paradise and home to hundreds of colourful festivals. Indeed, the aviation industry plays a significant role in nation building and is a vital contribution to our country's economy. The aviation industry has come a long way in Malaysia ever since its first flight recorded in 1911. The year 2011 is undoubtedly a historic occasion that marks the 100-year celebration of aviation in Malaysia. Although the first flight in Malaysia took off and landed in 1911, aviation was not introduced to Kuala Lumpur till 1929, when the inaugural meeting of the Malaysian Aeroplane Club, which later became the Kuala Lumpur Flying Club, was held in the Malay states. Today, Malaysia has achieved significant accomplishments in international civil aviation and has propelled its international standing on par with developed nations such as the United States of America and the United Kingdom. In 1991, the Malaysian Parliament passed a bill to separate the Department of Civil Aviation, DCA, into two entities with different spheres of responsibilities. DCA remains as a regulatory body for the airports and aviation industry in Malaysia, whilst the newly created entity, Malaysia Airports, was established in 1992 to focus on the operations, management, and maintenance of airports. Aeronautically, Malaysia Airports' revenue base comes from the collection of passenger service charge, aircraft landing and parking fees, and other miscellaneous charges to airlines. Non-aeronautical revenue base is mainly derived from non-airport operation business and commercial activities, which include duty-free, retail operations, free commercial zone operations, commercial space leases, and management of parking facilities in our airports. As the nation's flagship international gateway, KL International Airport, also known as KLIA, is well positioned as a key aviation hub for Southeast Asia. It boasts the flexibility to combine short-haul and long-haul connections with facilities that integrate both full-service and low-cost airline operations and geographic centrality with adequate catchment areas within 4 to 5 hours of radius flight time from KLIA. Coming in 9th as the most visited tourist destination in the world, you can only imagine air traffic is busy in Malaysian skies. Here are the heroes that make sure the skies are safe for us to fly. DCA, Department of Civil Aviation.
Life as air traffic control, you have to go for this primary course. After you pass your primary course, you will go for aerodrome course.
DCA provides air traffic control service by ground-based controllers who direct aircraft on the ground and through controlled airspace. They also provide advisory service to aircraft in non-controlled airspace.
Separated with 3 shifts, starting from afternoon shift. Our shift will be start from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the evening. For the next day, for the second day, we'll be coming for morning shift, 7 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And on the same day, we'll be coming for the night shift, 7 o'clock to the next day, 7 in the morning.
The primary purpose of DCA is to prevent collisions, organize and expedite the flow of traffic, and provide information and other support for pilots. Many aircrafts also have collision avoidance systems, which provide additional safety by warning pilots when other aircrafts get too close. DCA provides services to all private, military, and commercial aircrafts operating within its airspace.
To be as an aircraft control in Malaysia, you have the qualification in aviation, starting from the diploma and the degree. As a diploma holder, you can enter the department as a grade 8-9.
Nowadays, to seek a flying academy in Malaysia has never been so convenient as of yet. Since more and more flying schools are taking root in Malaysia and providing quality flight training programs, there is no reason to cease one's ambition from being a professional pilot.
We are Pilot Training and Services. Actually, we are an approved training organization under DCA, which is holding approval from DCA to conduct DCAM Part 66 training. Actually, we are supplying workforce for aviation industry. So, by getting your license, you have a very bright future to work in any airlines or approved maintenance organization.
There are a number of academies and training institutions which are approved by the DCA and are strategically scattered in Malaysia, providing first-class training for future pilots and aviation technicians.
So we see Admiral Aviation College as a one-stop aviation training center. Admiral Sdn Bhd has been in the business, in the industry for more than a decade. So that puts our Admiral Aviation College, our institution, at a very high advantage in terms of what the students get to train on. They train on the real life aircraft parts, and also they get the advantage of the experience of a live aircraft or hangar simulation.
Aviation academies usually encourage their students to use flight simulator. A flight simulator is a device that artificially recreates aircraft flight and the environment in which it flies for pilot training, design, or other purposes.
This is a simulator that we have here. This is an Airbus A320 simulator, and we open this to public to try out. Besides, our pilot use this for training, so we open to public for whoever, anyone who wants to try to fly a jetliner. So what we do is we will do a briefing 10 to 15 minutes before we fly. Then you can pick your package. You can fly for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and 1 hour. And as you can see here, this is Heathrow Airport. You can actually choose 24,000 airports in the world. So any airports you like. You can choose daylight, you can choose thunderstorms, snowing at night, dusk, dawn, anything.
It includes replicating the equations that govern how aircrafts fly, how they react to applications of flight controls, the effects of other aircraft systems, and how the aircraft reacts to external factors such as air density, turbulence, wind shear, cloud, precipitation, and more. Flight simulation is used for a variety of reasons, including flight training, mainly for pilots, the design and development of the aircraft itself, and research into aircraft characteristics and control handling qualities. Want to experience flying an aeroplane in an aircraft or helicopter? Who would have thought that someday you too could fly an aircraft, even without any experience whatsoever?
And actually we provide flying services where you be the co-pilot and you be pilot for the day. So you'll be flying with our real pilot and or our real flying instructor. So actually in our services we provide booking portals where you can have booking for aircraft and also helicopters.
You will fly with a pilot using the aircraft of your choice for approximately 20 minutes. A 30-minute ground briefing will be conducted before you get airborne, and after the flying, you will receive a certificate for taking part in this exclusive program.
And also paramotor, ultralight, as well as also the skydiving event. So basically in Malaysia, well, we all cover all the events, flying events above the ground.
It's designed a series of aircraft flying packages that will take you from just for fun to a student pilot. And it's a flight experience that is second to none. Zealous sky voyagers shell their heads and belt up as each microlight, which can carry one pilot and one passenger at a time, races along the runway before catapulting explorers into the blue yonder.
I can say it's a very safest thing because it's like a hang glider. Just the engine is used for a go up only. After up, you are cut off the engine. You can come, glide, and land. It's a very safe. That's why I recommend for all the tourists, all the Malaysian citizens, everybody can come.
The first Subang International Air Carnival 2014 was created to provide an avenue for the residents of Klang Valley to experience the excitement of an international, family-orientated aerospace event that was held during the celebration of Visit Malaysia 2014. This biennial event is designed to further support the government's aspirations to fortify social integration among Malaysians, particularly the younger generation, while it is a perfect platform for the aviation industry to instill them with the interest through opportunities in recreational and sports aviation products.
My experience, I'm the Air Force pilot before. Now I'm aerobatic pilot, formation aircraft, and of course solo display pilot. Aviation first is wherever the youngsters, whoever willing to fly can go to flying club. Of course for extreme flying, aerobatic, formation, racing.
This event will also see a force multiplying effect as it helps to strengthen and support our government's efforts to make Malaysia as the regional hub for business aviation and numerous industries to converge and expand their global operations. This biennial event is designed to further support the government's aspirations to fortify social integration among Malaysians, particularly the younger generation, while it is a perfect platform for the aviation industry to instill them with the interest through opportunities in recreational and sports aviation products and services offered by various sectors of the industry. From its history to today's choices of flight lessons, Malaysia is a force to be reckoned with and clearly knows the ins and outs of soaring to the sky, not only when it comes to flying planes, but a country as a whole.